Alright, so you see it says M17 mag fed, and then it say a marker. Then it said Valken CQMF 68 a mag fed U SRA. So this is what a CQMF looks like. So anybody that doesn't understand, a CQMF is an M17 that has a metal body, a barrel nut, and a standard handguard. So you can put a standard AR handguard on a CQMF without purchasing an adapter to do it with. So to put a tank on, all you do is just unscrew this. Well, take that screw out, take that off, unscrew. You should always take this thing out before, even if you're not even going to modify it. Get rid of that. You need to pull it, unscrew that, and pull that little clip thing out of there. Very, very important. That thing's bad juju. But anyway, you know, do your PVR delete, do your step up turning method. You know, I've got at least a couple videos about that. That's not what this is about. So yeah, well, let's look here. So this is a different one, but we'll go with this. All right, so imagine it has a tank, and imagine it has a barrel. This one I've got to do some stuff on. But anyway, so here's a VKS, and here's a CQMF. All right, now these are not factory VKS sights, right? These are factory VKS sights, so they're metal, right? But they're kind of blocky, so I always put something slimmer profile on my customs, right? But the CQMF comes with plastic sights, okay? So that's what it comes with, pop-up spring-loaded plastic sights. All right, magazines. This magazine is basically the same quality as a Magpul AR magazine. This magazine is not so much. So, and that's probably my biggest gripe with the CQMFs. My biggest, or the M17s alike. It is a great marker, but they don't come with, nor is there available, a really good magazine unless you, on the M17s, you can, you know, do the conversion where you can use the other mags, which is great. You can't do that on the CQMF as far as I know. So anyway, Charles just messaged me. Did you actually buy that mini Jeep? Yes, Charles, I bought the mini Jeep and I love it. It's the best thing I ever bought. No, not really, but it's up there. I love it. So anyway, these are UTG sights. But yeah, he just said I love it. So mags, that's my biggest gripe with these. I just have a lot of problem with the spring, the spring at the follower and everything. I don't know. I've just always had trouble with the mags with these. Not that they're horrible. You got to realize there's a big price difference too, and that's why they're not the same quality. But you got to realize that there is a reason for the price difference. Not to knock on these are much more affordable, and they definitely serve their purpose. But when you really go to looking, like, yeah, the bottom of this is plastic, yeah, but this is like plastic like an AR-15 is made from, and this is the only part that's plastic on a VKS. You know, very, very little plastic on a VKS. If you look at the trigger, it's just like an AR trigger, right? Just like an AR, right? A lot of the parts are interchangeable. I mean, the pins are not interchangeable. Your takedown pins, they are not interchangeable, but a lot of the stuff is. The selectors are interchangeable, but you have to modify the inside of them. The size or whatever fit, but the inside you got to modify a little bit if you want to do like an ambi or whatever. But anyway, so one of the downsides of these, you need to take everything off and put Loctite on it and put it back together. These, especially if you're using full auto, they vibrate the spring, the screws loose on everything really easily. And the plastic, the M17s are worse than the CQMFs. But so that's something to pay attention to. Make sure you Loctite all your screws and check them often on those. That is something it's never a problem on this. Do you have to worry about your pins breaking on these? Nope. Do you have to on these? Yep. So you need to, you have to, if you're running these at 50 and running these at 50, you need to be taking this apart a lot more and checking the inside of it than you do this, okay? In my opinion, okay? You need to do that with any of them, and you need to be familiar with the inside of your weapon as much as you are the outside. So you should be doing that to any of them, all right? You should always be doing good maintenance, checking everything, blah, 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 blah. But I would feel more comfortable running this one without checking anything than I would this, right? Does that mean I would rather shoot this one? No, I would rather shoot this one. This one is more, this one is just a better experience, in my opinion, than this one. And let's look at the trigger on these, see? So, and that kind of, that's a good little, nugget comparison right there, There's a reason there's such a price difference, right? Now, is this bad? No. But does it look as nice as that? No, it don't. This is an adjustable trigger, though, right? But it's not. It's adjustable just to adjust really your full auto. Whatever. It's not like it's a match trigger or anything. So when you say it's got an adjustable trigger and this one don't, it don't mean a whole heck of a lot. Now, let's get back to what I just said. Oh, wait, did I mention? Yeah, this one is full auto, but this one's not. So there you go. Now, is full auto worth anything in less lethal? No, absolutely not. It's a gimmick. Like in less lethal, no. You want, especially if you're doing kinetics, you want, good time, power, boom shots, accurate, not spray and pray, because you don't have enough butt behind these things to spray and pray. You need to hit where you're going, all that. But is it cool to have for videos and stuff? Abso-freaking-lutely. Watch my old watermelon video with the full auto. Loving it. Anyway. All right. So, barrel choices. Massive more barrel choices for these. Grimberg makes a barrel for these. Me and Charles Woods has a barrel made by Lapco for these, which is getting discontinued because what's the point? They're quitting, selling these to the public. So we're probably not even going to get another batch, actually. So that means there's only, Grimberg as far as actually a factory production barrel. These, you can get any freaking kind of barrel you want for these. That's one really awesome part of these, okay? Both of these can use a hopper if you want to convert it to a hopper, so that's awesome. People do different stuff, but well, you know what? I'm not going to get into CO2. I'm not even going to get into that because that's a whole different world. I don't prefer to run CO2 on either one of these launchers. I'll just make that statement. I don't prefer CO2. I don't run CO2 on any of these. And if you see me put a CO2 tank on one of these in a picture or something, it's because it might look cool on that build or something, but believe me, I'm not running it like that. So don't be misled by that if you don't, watch or listen. Just look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. All right. So, accuracy. I'm going to say I can get better accuracy out of one of these. But the kind of accuracy you need in less lethal, either one of these is more than sufficient. You're gonna. But the reason, you can put a nice 14-inch barrel on this, and you just got more choices of barrels. And the barrels are more secure in these than they are on these. So, minute difference, whatever. Again, at the range you're supposed to be using less lethal, you're not going to really tell the difference. But, just saying. If you are getting hobby numbers or hobby targets, So, which one would I feel comfortable pushing the most power out of? Ooh, that's a really good question. It depends. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to touch that one right now because you can get, the thing of it is, you can get a lot of power out of a lot of stuff, but wondering if when you pull the trigger the next time, if it's gonna or not, that's what you got to calculate, is the percentage of worry. So, and I don't know. I've been, right now I like to keep these 48 and under, and I feel that the body of these potentially has a little flaw that can lead to breakage, and I've had a catastrophic failure on a CQMF. So I would push a plastic M17 probably more than I would a CQMF. And maybe I'm wrong about that, but to me, I think I would try, if I was going hobby numbers, I'd do the M17, just cause I'm gun shy or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I guess that's the most of it. So, one, yeah, actually, no. One huge advantage of these, you can put an ASA on these. You can get ASAs that bleed now, whatever, but it does make it considerably longer. This has the ASA kind of built in. It's built into it, and it bleeds. So without changing anything, or making it, not making it longer, anything like that, you have an ASA that bleeds, and that is much safer than no ASA or an ASA that doesn't bleed. So this automatically bleeds. So that's really nice. Okay. All right, I think that's it. So there you go. Quick little comparison. Boom. Hi, DK Spencer. Like and subscribe, please. Not because I want any money or anything, just because I like having those numbers so I can go,